we go. And let's see here. Share screen. Okay, and you should now be seeing my screen. So welcome to New Patient School. My name is Sam Carlson. Today we're going to be going over how to get niche patients in 3 clicks. Now, if you're a user of Patient Stream, you know we have a bunch of offers in Patient Stream, and you also know that over the last week, there's been a whole bunch more that have been introduced into our Click Campaign library. So chiropractic, decompression, knee pain, neuropathy, Visco supplementation, weight loss, plantar fasciitis, prenatal, shoulder pain, stem cell, veteran care, massage, dry needling, and lipo-laser, to name a few. So we're going to go over those today. So both our users as well as people looking to promote these conditions know what offers we have available, how they work, so on and so forth. So this is New Patient School. Again, our goal here is we want to help docs grow their practice by providing the only software that allows you to run niche specific marketing campaigns. I mean, Patient Stream is the only thing that makes it so you don't have to hire an agency. You can run your own campaigns. You don't have to know how to run Facebook ads or anything like that. Also provide training on the most effective methods to increase new patient conversions. Okay. We want to get you leads, but we also want to give you the tools to, turn those into patients. And then a community of docs with the same drive and passion to get new patients. Okay. And we want to make it easy. So easy that this idiot Doda bird can do it. So before we get into today's training, I want to do a quick offer recap. This is really, really, really important because the offers that we're going to be going over today, there's some nuance to them. And I want at least a baseline understanding of how they work, why they work. And then if there's questions or if you have follow-up questions on the replay, you can comment in the video. You can comment below the video and I'll certainly answer those questions. So quick offer recap. To scale your practice to the moon, you're going to need a whole lot more new patients. And that's where Click Campaigns come in. Now, Click Campaigns, obviously they're powered by Patient Stream. We are the only ones that have Click Campaigns. And we can show you that we have other videos that walk through the actual Click Campaign process. But the whole idea is, again, you don't got to run your own Facebook ads. You just click 3 times and boom, you'll have a campaign running and getting leads for your practice. It's not just going to leave them alone. It'll turn them off if they get too expensive. It'll manage them and, do a lot of cool things. Okay. And while we have many variations of our Click campaigns, okay, these 2 are the best. And this is where I want to draw a baseline understanding. Okay. Again, we have many variations. So today you might see offers that don't fall exactly into these parameters, but nonetheless, these 2 are the very best. So number 1 is test drive hooks. Okay. The whole idea of lead generation is getting the attention, and I say qualified attention. We don't want the attention of everybody. So getting the attention of a qualified prospect. Okay. So a test drive hook is a hook that involves a credible innovation. Okay. That when displayed, so when you demonstrate it properly, it creates interest and desire to go on a test drive, to try the thing out. Okay. And what you'll see is this is not, again, exclusive to all the offers, but I like 2 visits. We've talked about that in other trainings. We've got a lot of offers to go through today, so I'm not going to touch heavily on that. And then self-discovery hooks. Okay. Nobody wants to take a survey, generally speaking, but people like to take quizzes. And that is because one is geared to give information to someone else. And then another is geared to learn information about yourself. So self-discovery hooks. This hook involves a new solution to learning about current, your subject's current state, or the patient's current state. Okay. The potential of new self-discovery leads to an increase in interest and desire. All right. So that's the framework as we go into today's training. And rather, it's not even training, it's more of a demonstration of the offers that we have going into this thing. All right. So on the past several weeks, we've had Dr. Andrew Wells on New Patient School. Today, we have Jacob Morris. And Jacob Morris is my business partner, has been my business partner for, I think, about 4 years, something like that. He is a co-founder of Patient Stream. Okay. And to say that he's the master builder and team tech advisor, honestly, Jacob, I couldn't think of any other like title, but basically what you see at Patient Stream, the face of it, the branding, the content, he's the person responsible for all that. And then when I say paid traffic specialist, again, I couldn't come up with anything better than that, other than I would venture to say that if you know somebody who runs Facebook ads, I would venture to say that Jacob has forgotten more about Facebook ads and Google AdWords than that person ever learned. The guy is a phenom. I have seen him navigate through the back end of Facebook without even looking at it. So he is, I'm excited to hear from him. He's a great guest. And with that, Jacob, I will stop my screen share and send the time over to you, buddy. Hold on here. Let me stop.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, we'll get that.
Share.
There we go. All right. So today we're going to go through, we have been working very hard here on Patient Stream. So we've had a number of different things that we've been working on from both a technology standpoint, as well as, just making the overall experience with Patient Stream better. And one of the things that we are focusing now more on is less on so much of that technology build that we've been doing for the past year. For those of you who have been with Patient Stream from the beginning, you know how much Patient Stream has morphed in just the past year from a technology standpoint. So now we've got the resources where technology is plowing away. And now we've got where templates and click campaigns can just plow forward. And we have been doing a lot of work, and we've got a lot coming in. We're going to go over that here in just a second, just by how much we've grown in that regard. But one of the things that's pretty awesome that we didn't really allow you guys to do before is submitting your own campaign. But now we let you guys submit campaigns to us to upload into the system. And actually, we are working on the technology where you'll be able to even create campaigns inside of Patient Stream, but that'll be down the road. But we look forward to seeing campaigns and ideas that you guys have that we haven't even thought of yet. Campaigns that you've seen successful in your area that we can then incorporate into the Click campaign system. So that way, you yourself can get access to those campaigns in just a couple clicks, and others as well can benefit from that as we go forward. So inside the chat widget at the bottom right corner, when you log into Patient Stream, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see this submit an offer / campaign ideas button. When you click that button, there'll be a form that you'll go through that will take you exactly through the process that Sam was just talking about regarding the different types of offers that work really well. And in today's presentation, we're actually going to have a few offers that were submitted by Patient Stream users that are now in the system. So if you have any campaign ideas, even if you've never run it before, submit it in there. If you've never run it before, we'll take a look at it. We'll kind of vet it using our experience if we think that would actually be a viable option. If you're currently running that campaign and it's rocking and rolling in your area, or you ran it in the past with maybe an agency back when you used an agency, send it into us so that way we can get that into the system so you can continue to use it. So I just wanted to highlight that here at the beginning. So, but that being said, like I said, our number of templates that we have now have been dramatically increasing. Just to give you an idea, just in this past week, 7 days, we jumped from 44 click campaign templates to 69 click campaign templates active and available in the Patient Stream system. Over the next several days, by probably mid next week, there's going to be an additional 18 that are going to be added into the system. And then currently in our backlog, we have an additional 29 click campaigns being added to the system. And the reason why we are adding so many templates is one of the powerful elements of click campaigns and of patient stream is your ability to pivot quickly. So traditionally, when you would work with an agency, and we actually, Sam, you interviewed, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Dr. Sanji,
Yeah,
just a
Dr.
couple days ago. Is
Suhil
that right?
Sanji. Yes,
Yep.
yes, Suhil Sanji.
And he actually brought up a very interesting thing that Patient Stream, fixed perfectly for him. He had an agency that they would run a campaign for him, right? And they would be running. It was successful and whatnot. But if he wanted to do a second campaign, they actually were going to charge him more. They would increase his agency fee to have two campaigns running at the same time. And I've run into other clients who've had that same problem. The other problem that people run into with agencies is they see something's not working. And it could be you might be getting leads, but they aren't the right type of lead that your office needs, or you're not getting leads at all. So maybe the offer is just not a good offer. And oftentimes, what happens with agencies is rather than pivoting right away, which is what you should do in those situations, oftentimes agencies like to tell you just to drive a little longer on it, right? They'll just say, hey, it's just a bad pocket, let's give it a couple more weeks, and you spend more of your ad spend money to just keep producing the same result over and over and over. Well, with click campaigns, you can recognize, hey, this offer doesn't seem to be jiving too well, or the people who seem to be coming in aren't exactly what I'm looking for with this offer. And with a click campaign, in just a matter of minutes, you can pause the old campaign and launch a new offer, um, effortlessly. And it literally, like Sam said, only takes a few clicks. So that's why we've been working very vigorously at adding more and more templates and listening to you guys' feedback when you say, hey, can I adjust the price a little bit? Or hey, can I add in this little thing into this campaign to make it a little bit better? We work quickly at getting those added into the system for you, so that way you can easily pivot. And that's one of the awesome pieces of Patient Stream is that ability to pivot quickly, and then take advantage of not only all these different templates, but then also the AI in the background that is monitoring those campaigns 24/7 and adjusting those campaigns as they need to continue to do campaign improvements. Um, and so that's what we're focused on. That's what we're nailing out here. And so today, like Sam kind of mentioned, what I want to go through is just a taste of some of those new campaigns that we have, and kind of walk through those. We do have a number that I'm going to walk through. Some I'm just going to blast through. Some we'll spend a little bit more time on. We'll have Sam get involved on some of these as well. So yeah, let's see, any questions so far from anybody?
I think we're good, man. Let's jump into it.
I think we're good. All right. So the first one that we've got here is plantar fasciitis, right? So now we've had plantar fasciitis for a little bit. It's one of the things that is highly requested of people. But we added in a new treatment protocol with shockwave. And so what this offer does is it plays off of our uh, our usual offer where we say 2 treatments. And you'll see this pop up in a lot of our templates, where you'll see 2 treatments, 2 decompression treatments, 2 knee treatments, 2 plantar fasciitis. And the concept behind these is you want to show your new patient empirical data that they are improving, right? Because if you just do one adjustment, or if you just do one knee decompression, they might feel better in that moment, but there isn't an actual growth change from appointment to appointment. Versus if you offer 2 treatments and you do an exam, especially if you've got equipment in your office where you can do an exam and you can show number wise, okay, here's how your back was out of alignment, or here's how your knees problems were. And then 2 treatments later, do a re-exam and say, now look, we're starting to see some improvement. That's something that your new patient can take home with them and have verifiable proof that this treatment protocol is working, versus the feel good of, oh yeah, I walked out of there, I feel better, but I don't know if it's actually helping. So you'll see a lot of our offers will play off of this 2 treatments. So that way you have the time to prove to your new patient that yes, you are making a difference. And this actually plays in perfectly with, again, that interview that Sam did with Dr. Sanji. Everybody should watch it. That should be like required watching for every doctor there is. But Dr. Sanji and Sam talk about how oftentimes we get hung up on that first appointment. And Sam, I don't know if you want to speak any more about this in just a second, but oftentimes we get hung up on that first appointment thinking we've got to make a profit or we've got to break even on that first appointment, when really that first appointment and those first 2 appointments should be where we are focusing so much on making them that customer service experience, making them feel comfortable, making them feel welcomed, and showing them that you care, that we shouldn't worry too much about, did I break even on these 2 appointments, because the lifetime value that you're generating out of that patient is going to far exceed what you're currently spending to get that patient in the door. And that's what a lot of our offers will focus on, is building that lifetime value rather than trying to just knock out a break-even situation from the get-go. Sam, I don't know if you want to add any more to that.
Well, I think, no, you're exactly right. Yeah, in that interview, which if you're watching on YouTube, I'll link that video to this point right here. But you know, it's almost the difference between playing checkers and chess, right? If you look at an offer like the one you're looking at here, and you say, okay, cool, I'm going to get them in, but the price tag is $47. Well, first and foremost, the price tag being $47 is a psychological trigger. We're not using that. I mean, Jacob and I and our team, we don't think, how can we make them, you know, the most money on the first visit? Honestly, that is not our goal. Our goal is to get them in a position. And this is to your point, why we offer 2 visits on a lot of the offers, not all of them, but a lot of them, is to get them through the first appointment, educated, and then enrolled as a full high ticket patient on the back end. And the value marketers always say, you know, amateurs make money on the front, pros make money on the back. And that really is the distinction. That's what we're talking about, is just the ability to understand, hey, there's way more value on the back so long as we're strategic about how we do this. And Bob made a good point. And Bob, so he says we found it better when you call it pulse wave therapy. We have a lot of offers within Patient Stream that also call it pulse wave therapy. So you'll see both iterations and have the ability to choose between them. But yeah, Jacob, I'll turn it back over to you. But absolutely, you're right. Making the money on the back is always where it's going to be the best.
Perfect. Yeah. And yeah, Bob, the pulse wave, that's actually what we started with, was pulse wave. So those are actually already in the system. The shockwave ones are the ones that were just recently added. So kind of blasting forward here, we have a little bit of a change. So for those of you who are doing anything in the body contouring, we're seeing actually a lot of chiropractors, especially, and integrated clinics getting into body contouring, because one, as we all know, the profit margins on that are pretty nice, and it's pretty easy to get people to go in for them. So we've put a lot of effort in our body contouring. So we've also introduced a number of new machines that you can start looking into. So for instance, laser lipo machines or iLipo-Lite. We'll see some of those offers coming forward. So that just gives you opportunities for those of you who are expanding your body contouring offerings to be able to offer different things for different people. So we've got a $29 laser lipo. So this is one where they'll just get one laser lipo treatment for $29 with their initial consultation. Then they'll come in, get the treatment. And obviously, for them to achieve the results that they want, they're going to need more than that one laser lipo treatment, which then allows you to then sign them up for a larger package deal to then be able to finish off their full treatment protocol.
Yeah. And if I could just interject here for just a minute. So most of our clinics use, if you're a clinic that offers weight loss and you maybe 3-4 years ago did very well with, did very well with just straight weight loss. Okay. And then that, that maybe even 5-6 years ago did very well. We had clinics that were crushing it with weight loss. And then all of a sudden, social media platforms, as well as other platforms, really started to dial down what you can say and do. There's no before and afters, things along those lines. So we're playing chess again. So while we understand that laser lipo is not meant to give everybody their weight loss needs, okay, it's a cool tool and the technology is getting better all the time. But we understand this, and the point is we want to get them in for something that grabs their attention, and then your weight loss protocol and education that follows that is really what's going to drive the thing home. Okay, so if you're looking at this and say, hey, I don't do laser lipo, but you've been looking for a weight loss, a way to get more weight loss leads, laser lipo is an amazing attachment. And it's amazing. Is it a pawn that you put in front of the move? It's an amazing pawn to make your first move in order to get more of those cases in the door. So just wanted to make sure, if you're looking at weight loss, it's really hard to promote weight loss when just straight weight loss. First of all, you start competing against everybody else that offers just weight loss. And second of all, the platforms don't like that as much. So just to give you an idea of how to use this.
Yep. Perfect. And something else to keep in mind too, as we go through these offers, is look at these offers and get ideas for yourself as well. Right. So if you're looking at this and you say, well, I don't have a laser lipo machine, but I have this machine, right? And you can say, well, I could kind of do a similar offer because the concept is similar, and then send that idea into us and we can get it uploaded into the system for you. So don't just look at our templates and at our click campaigns as, oh, well, that's the only choice I have. Look at it also as a bounce board for your own ideas that you can then send in. We can get those added into our system. So again, kind of keeping on with the weight loss one, we also have cellulite reduction. This is using iLipo-Lite. Again, if you have that machine, what we have seen, and all the offers, by the way, I'll just put this out here. All the offers that we are currently demonstrating, these are offers with proven results. In other words, these offers had to have, for us to do it without it coming from a clinic saying, hey, this worked. So we do our research, and this offer has to have verified new patients that became full paying customers out of it. And so what we do is when we're searching for offers, and coming up with ideas and stuff like that, we base all of our ideas, all of our offers off of verified new patients were generated from this, not just leads, but actual new patients in your office. So when you look at some of these price tags and you look at some of these things, these are proven campaigns versus, we hope that this will work. Okay. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. The other one is, this is our $18 new patient exam. Now we have this in two variations. One of them is just a patient exam, and the other one, it has an adjustment. Now I know for those of you who are in the chiropractic world, you might have a heart attack thinking I'm going to give an adjustment for $18. But let me tell you why we've seen this offer do exceptionally well. So many people, when you think about adjustments just in general, right? Many people think, I've got back pain, I'm going to go to a chiropractor, get an adjustment, right? And so what we want to do is we want to get them into your office with a price tag that lowers their risk. So remember, when people are coming to you from Facebook, they don't know you, right? It's one thing if a friend refers, say, hey, clinic A is the most amazing thing, they'll help your back pain, and then they call you up, schedule an appointment that way. When they're coming off of Facebook, when they're coming off of Google, you have to remember that these people are really kind of taking a risk to come into your practice. They're taking time out of their day. They're going to pay whatever amount of money they're going to pay because they hope that they'll be able to get results. So we don't want to take those people that are already putting out a risk and then increase that risk even more by saying, and to get in the door, you need to pay $60, $70, right? So we want to sometimes do these low cost offers like $18, $21, $35, $37 offers that include adjustments, because it gets them in the door. And it goes back to that concept of the long-term play, right? So now they're in, you can make them comfortable. You can show them that you actually care, and it takes that risk profile and eliminates it for them. So then when you say, okay, so now for your full care plan, here's the problem that we're seeing with your back. We're going to need to do 6 months of adjustments. And your full care plan is going to cost around, $1,500. We can set that up in payment plans, break it up over time, that whatever your process is for your office. But you were able to get them in to even have that opportunity because you had that attractive initial offer. So that's why we offer this as a new patient exam and as also as an adjustment. The adjustment, I will tell you, will perform better than just a new patient exam all by itself, because a new patient exam doesn't really give anybody something that they're looking for, right? They're looking for that adjustment. A patient exam is what everybody does, right? So we do offer them in both. You can choose which one. Again, this is where Patient Stream shines, because you can pivot. You can start with a new patient exam, and if you're getting good results, keep plowing away with it. If you're not getting good results, you can pivot to the one that includes the adjustment and compare and contrast your results. So something to keep in mind there. Now, Bob, I know you specifically mentioned about the veteran offer, so let's go ahead and go over that. Now, I'm showing you the Australian one, so this is one of the exciting things with Patient Stream. We have expanded into both Australia, Canada, and the UK at this point. So you will start seeing click campaigns start showing up with British pounds and the Australian military here for this veteran campaign and whatnot. So just kind of some exciting stuff as we start expanding throughout the world now. But this is our veteran funnel. Now, it depends on your local insurance. This isn't there are VA, and Sam, you can probably expand a little bit more on this. There are VA codes that you can use to help cover people's pain and cover it 100% with insurance. And then there are also local insurance options that allow that as well. It's all just based off of the codes that you can bill to your insurance, to those insurances. And that's why what we do is our goal is to get them to come in to determine if the case will even be covered by insurance. And oftentimes you can do that over the phone.
Right.
So Sam, I don't know if you want to add
Yeah,
a little bit.
well, it's funny because, and if anybody has a question about this, you can reach out to me. Let me just go back. The origin of this particular offer came maybe a year and a half ago. And we had a client at the time who was able to offer this. And he started walking other of our clients as well as other clinics through the process of getting approved to offer these services to veterans. And he had a process and codes and the whole thing. And so we had a lot of people that were interested in doing that. And so we rolled it out, and this was this was built from his expertise. So, as far as whether or not this will work in your area, you're going to need to, do some research, reach out again. If you want to, you can reach out to me personally, sam@mypatientstream.com. And I can connect you with the gentleman that was helping get credentialed and all that kind of stuff, different clinics. But that was the origin. Now, I don't know anything about Australia. It was funny because we had the US version, and then we've got a fellow over in Australia that was, loving Patient Stream and said, "Hey, I saw this veteran thing. I do the same thing, but you got to change the flag because, it's." So I can't say anything other than we've got we had a request from a user. If you have information on this, or maybe you have an iteration, a variation of what you've done for a veteran, a veteran offer, again, submit that to us. This is one of those niches that we would love to, to expand even further. but that's kind of what I can tell you as far as where it came from and how some of our users are using it.
And for those of you who are in, I know Australia, and I believe the UK and maybe Canada as well have a similar one, where their veteran care is completely covered for through their government, anyways. And so for them, it's a much easier process going forward. The US, we have to kind of do a little bit of some dancing with insurance codes. But yeah, we can get you. I know, Bob, you're specifically wanting that. So if you just want to email Sam, and then we can get you what those codes are, so then you can potentially start offering this in your area as well, because it is pretty unique. I know the process that they went through. It made it to where they were the only clinic in the Treasure Valley in Idaho that was able to offer it. So it is something that when you can nail it down, you can definitely have a very unique offering in that regard. So give me just a second.
Jacob, by the way, Jacob just had a new baby like last week. So when we were going through all these new offers and things like that, I'm like, you know what? My head has been so down. Like I've been just down in the work, building a bunch of different things that I didn't even know all the offers that went into there. In fact, I was doing an interview yesterday with Dr. Samji, and he was telling me about an offer that he just turned on. I didn't even know we had. So anyway, so he's got some dad duties, a new little girl.
Yes.
So anyway, just bear with us.
Yep. Yeah, I'm back now. So no, I've got a baby girl, and then I've got a little boy, and the baby girl's at the doctor's appointment right now, and the little boy is tired of watching TV and
Okay, cool.
So, but anyways, just to wrap up a couple of these next ones, we're just going to kind of blast through the spinal decompression, 2 treatments, same concept like we talked about before. We want to show the results, so that way people can. It's easier for you to actually then turn around and close them on that care plan, because there's proof that's verifiable that your treatment is actually working. Again, if you're doing anything in the body contouring, chin lifts. So this is something that we've got these. We've actually got a few more in the pipeline that I've been talking to my wife and fellow women that I know in my life, as far as what is, when you see stuff go through your news feed, what do you look at and you're like, I want that? Things like chin lifts, things like anything that's actually really in like a med spa situation, they are all over it. So we're going to be adding a bunch of those types of things as well. But you got these where you can use your body contouring machines for chin lifts specifically. So that way you can offer that. Again, we can do this is with a machine called Lipo-Sculpt, but you can also do it with red light therapy. You can do it with Lipo-laser. There's a bunch of machines that you can focus specifically just on the chin and get these types of results. And these are the types of things that will definitely attract people coming in for anything that involves that body contouring, weight loss. And it's one of those classic things. If they're coming in for the chin lift, there's probably another spot that they're going to want to work on down the road too. So it just gives you a lot of opportunity in that regard. We also have TMJ, and we're going to be adding more TMJ offers. Those are in the pipeline, so you're going to see more specific for TMJ. This one is a neuromuscular massage. And so it's just an initial 60-minute neuromuscular massage for $45. And then you'd be able to go on from there with whatever your traditional care plan is for people with TMJ. We also have a neuromuscular massage that's coming in specifically for migraine. So if you have a massage therapist in your office, this is a great way to get people into your office. Massage therapists are just in general, a great entry vehicle for a chiropractic office to get people to come in. Everybody loves massages. And if you include a exam with that massage, so they get a chiropractic exam, where oftentimes if they're coming in for a back massage because they're in back pain, there's other issues going on that you can then make them aware of and then turn around and get them signed up for a care plan. We do typically keep our massage offers at a break-even point So depending upon how much you pay your massage therapist, we try to keep those massage offers at break even. So that way, it's not a loss leader per se, because you will get people who will come in just for the massage, as opposed to coming in for both. But they are a great way to get people introduced to your clinic, at the very least. So especially if you're new to the area, if you're a new clinic and you have a massage therapist, it is a great way to get your clinic on the map, is to offer massage offers. We also have, for those of you doing Blueprint, we've added in neuropathy at home. So as you know, with Blueprint, 90% of the Blueprint protocol, they do at home anyways, right? So we now have a campaign that is specifically focused on that. So you would do an initial exam to determine if they would be a fit for the home care protocol. And then you would then sign them up for that home care protocol that they can then do. So this allows you not only to treat in your local area, but if you're especially in a marketplace where people are willing to travel for this type of stuff with neuropathy, people are willing to travel farther. You can expand your targeting radius with campaigns like this, because really you just need somebody to come in that one time, maybe a checkup visit in between. So you're not asking them to come to your clinic every week and drive for an hour and a half, every week. You're asking them to come, one time every couple months, and then the rest of that treatment protocol can be done at home. So this is a really great way to expand your clinic size and scope in terms of geographic wise.
So real quick, how would they expand the geographic size?
So we are going to be adding into the tool. One of the options that you can click is the actual radius that you want to target. That will be added in. In the meantime, just message support, and we can expand that radius for you.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. That's rad. Cool. Good to know.
Then we also have a free weight loss consultation. So this one was sent in to us by a patient stream user. So they do a body composition analysis, and they actually offer it for free. We thought that this was a great idea, because weight loss, as Sam mentioned earlier, is in general pretty difficult, right? That's why we focus more on niche specific, right? If you're going after your chin, if you're going after your cellulite, right? We're looking at those specific things, as opposed to just general weight loss. However, this campaign where they were willing to just do a weight loss composition, they have a machine that they're able to do a scan, gives them a quick breakdown of how everything is as far as weight is concerned on their body. And then they're able to put together a plan. According to this doctor, it takes about 10 minutes in order to knock out the whole consultation. And they have really good success rate of getting people to sign up for, at the very least, a supplement plan. So if you offer supplements in your clinic, this is a great way, again, just to get them introduced to your clinic. The point of these types of offers is to get your exposure. So then that way, when those niche specific offers come in, people recognize you, right? So again, this is great for if this is brand new, you've never offered weight loss before, never offered body contouring before. If you're a brand new clinic in the area, these are great offers to start with to get your name out there. These aren't going to be the types of offers where you're going to be rolling in new patients afterwards, but they are going to be the types of offers that people will remember. And then when you show up in their newsfeed again a couple weeks later with a cellulite reduction or with a red light weight loss program, they're going to remember you and they'll be more willing to sign up and go forward. So just something to keep in mind on that. This is another one that was submitted to our from a clinic. This is spinal arthritis. And actually, Sam, you know more about this one than I do, because this one, Sam actually was the one who brought this one to my attention from a client that brought this in. So I don't know if you want to speak more about this one specifically with spinal arthritis.
Yeah, I forget who it was. One of our users was talking to me about, we call, degeneration of the joints or the spine is kind of what it's commonly known as, but he always called it spinal arthritis. And he was in a conversation, he kept saying spinal arthritis. And I'm like, man, I've not heard anybody, I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I've not heard anybody call it spinal arthritis. And so when we started going through it and he said some offers that that he had been using, I got kind of excited only because, when you write ad copy, and that's one of the things that I love writing. It just, it sucks up a lot of time. But when you want to write something good, you need a really good concept, a really good idea, something that is different. In spinal arthritis, I feel like those words depict something that maybe users haven't seen before. And I know this because Jacob and I are probably the most plagiarized ads, have the most plagiarized ads in all of chronic pain in the chronic pain space. And because of that, whenever we come up with something new, that's when we see it, in the marketplace. And in this case, spinal arthritis, I feel like is a new idea, a new concept. And I think if you haven't tried, if you've gone after, you've tried the standard chiropractic stuff or even decompression stuff, give this a shot. I think this would be a really cool, a really cool option for your clinic.
Yeah. And it's all about, changing being able to change up those words so people get attracted to it again, right? Especially if you're in an area that is very saturated with chiropractic offers, or even yourself. Let's say you've been running the same chiropractic offer for months. Changing up the language like this could just be exactly the shot in the arm that your campaign needs. So,
and it's a way to one of the reasons why marketing for chiropractic, for example, is very difficult is because when you say back pain or neck pain and chiropractic, there's so many people that offer that service. But when you say spinal arthritis, it then in a sense almost niches it again to where people are asking questions like, oh, maybe I have spinal arthritis. What is that? Right. So anyway, it's a creative spin, and it's a hook that we feel is a really cool addition to our click campaigns.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So this is the last one that we're going to go in a little bit detail. But this one I know a lot of people are excited for. So this is our ERT. So we've got ERT for lower back pain, for shoulder, and for knee pain. And yes, Bob, it is in there now. The shoulder one will be coming in later today, but both lower back and knee are in the system as far as ERT is concerned. So this one is one ERT treatment for $47, and it is with it includes an exam. And Bob, yes, it is. The back pain one is under back pain, and the knee one is under knee, and it'll say ERT in the title, so you can find that. So yeah, see Bob's already like, yes. So
just if you haven't heard of ERT, electro regenerative therapy, it's kind of like PEMF, but better. I've had PEMF, I've had ERT. And if you want to learn more about that particular device, just reach out to me again, Sam at mypatientstream.com. It's an awesome device. We have a personal relationship with the manufacturer, or the parent company of it. And we've got a lot of, in fact, I think within the last month, we've had maybe 3 or 4 Patient Stream users buy the device and get it and start testing it out. And they say the same thing that I say. The thing is a game changer. It's almost like you're having a deep tissue massage. Have you ever had STEM, Jacob?
No.
STEM. So STEM is like they put those sticky things on the outside of your muscle, and it makes it pulse, right? And it kind of flexes the muscle a little bit.
Yeah, I've had that. There we
go.
So
it's very like that. STEM is very on the outside of the tissue. ERT, man, it's like you bypass everything on the outside, the skin, the muscle, and it finds like the inflammation in the joint or in the back, and it targets that specifically, and you can dial up the intensity of it. And it is so crazy. It causes like severe angiogenesis, and severe is usually a bad word, but in this case, it really targets that damaged area, creates angiogenesis. you get, all those cool healing properties, whether that's, that the induction of stem cells in your body or growth hormone, all those things. It sounds like I'm selling it, but I've had it. I'm excited about these new ERT devices, because I think in a year from now, everybody's going to be using this.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, and I'll just say this, we'll put a little tease out here. So we are currently building out what we call the Patient Stream Marketplace. So it's a bunch of additional services and equipment like the ERT machine that Patient Stream users will be able to get access to, and be able to, do all kinds of, like, be able to get the blueprint, ERT machines, red light machines, supplements, also, accessing SEO and Google ads and, other services that Patient Stream knows that you guys need, that we feel like we can offer those up to you. So just be on the lookout. That will be added into Patient Stream here in the very near future. But there's just a little tease for that. So you can, if you are looking for an ERT machine after that great pitch by Sam, you will be able to pick one up inside of the Patient Stream Marketplace here pretty soon. So, all right. So real quick, we're going to blast through this. So this is the complete list of everything that has been added. I'm just going to read them off. So we've got 2 Plantar fasciitis shockwave treatments, laser lipo, eye lipo light, and you'll see we've got some variations of that. You've got a $12 chiropractic new patient special, $18 chiropractic new patient special, another $18 chiropractic special with adjustment, the $21, the classic, everybody knows this one, the $21 chiropractic new patient special, but with no adjustment. And we actually added in an entire category now of back pain with no adjustment. So if it doesn't involve an adjustment, so for instance, ERT is going to be under back pain, no adjustment, because there isn't an adjustment offered with it. So if there's no adjustment included in it, it's going to be inside that category. So we've also got the Australian veteran care, bulging discs and spinal decompression have been updated. So you guys have that as well. Bunch of liposculpts, neuromuscular, new patient special, neuropathy consultation, weight loss consultation. This one's an interesting one. Free lab second opinion. This one has been brought into us by another user who is seeing amazing results. This is where you get those lab results that are quote unquote normal, but you don't feel normal. So they'll do a second opinion on their the lab results. You'll send in your lab results to them. Then they'll schedule a 10-minute phone consultation over the phone. And they've got this program that they can plug in your lab results. And this program will kind of create this whole beautiful PDF that you can send to the potential new patient that breaks down their lab report, breaks down what they're feeling and what could be causing it. And so over that 10-minute consultation, you can then kind of say, well, here's what we're seeing, and then be able to schedule them in for a full consultation and get them onto a treatment protocol. And they said that this works amazing, especially if you're doing any kind of supplement regimens and things like that for people. Thank you, Levi. So that's another
Bob
one.
Says, what's that under? Where is free lab second opinion?
So that's going to be under the category. That one is general medicine. So that's another new category that's been added, which is general medicine. Yes, I'll do that in just a couple minutes. So then we also have spinal arthritis initial exam, ERT, and that is all of what's been added. Now here's what's coming down the pipeline. Okay, so here's what's in progress. So we've got our neuromuscular massage for migraines. We've got Medicare covered Visco, which Sam knows more about. So if he wants to speak to that in a second, he can. We've got 60-minute body massage with acupuncture. So if you know anybody who's doing acupuncture, or if you offer acupuncture in your clinic, acupuncture is on its way into Patient Stream. So we're excited to be able to expand into acupuncture. So we've got acupuncture and cupping. We've got a scoliosis check. This one, I am talking with the clinic that does this. I've got actually a phone call scheduled to them to get even more information on it to see how we can offer this in the Patient Stream Marketplace. But they have figured out a way. I do not know how, but they have figured out a way to do stem cell to where they can do their initial stem cell treatment for only $49, and then do stem cell treatments after that for $200 per, instead of, as everybody else knows, it usually costs thousands of dollars for these stem cell treatments. I'm not quite sure how they're able to pull this off. They've got this this new program that they got a part of down here in the LA area. Apparently it's right now it's in the LA area, and hopefully we can expand it out beyond that. But this $49 stem cell treatment looks to be very, very interesting. So we'll give you more information on that as we get it. We've got a 60-minute body massage, more stuff with acupuncture specific for back, neck, the free lab reports. We are converting the red light from 47 to 49. We've got migraines coming in. So there's lots, stress relief coming in, allergies coming in with acupuncture. And then, of course, back pain and headaches. So we've got a lot coming in to Patient Stream. This is just what's already in our pipeline as far as ad creative is being designed, ad copies being written, uploaded into the system. And then we've got an additional 29 more that are planned. So we've got a lot of stuff coming in. Again, if you have any ideas, if this inspired any ideas for you, you just go open up that chat bubble, click on submit an offer, and put it in there. We'll get it into our lineup, assuming it's not, crazy or ridiculous. We will add it in to the Patient Stream lineup so you can access it, others can access it, and we can continue to grow not only Patient Stream, but your guys' practices. Our primary goal is to help more people have access to this alternative form of care. So, submit these offers so we can get more people aware of all these different things that they can do within your guys' clinics. So, with that, I will turn the time back over to Sam.
Cool, buddy. Awesome job. I mean, talk about, we've got an awesome team over here. Heather's obviously on the call right now. She's an amazing member of our team, but we are just excited. We're growing. I think, we've had a bunch of new users come on this week alone. So we're excited. Maria, I sent you an email in response to your question, but as far as the Visco supplementation and insurance, insurance covered benefits and things along those lines, we did a video. It's on my YouTube channel, and it will be a blog post. It's in the users group as well, but it'll be a blog post coming in the next 2 weeks. Excuse me. So you can read more about it. I don't have anything specific that is only chiropractic and knee pain covered by insurance. It's a Visco supplementation protocol. And that's kind of the gig. So are there any questions before we go? By the way, thanks for the engagement. Good questions today. Anything before we go? We rattled through a ton of offers today. So I understand if you are a little overwhelmed. And I get it. If you're watching this in the replay and you have questions or suggestions, well, first of all, if you're a Patient Stream user, you know where to go into, into your Patient Stream account and put in, like Jacob showed you, put in that offer there. If you're not a Patient Stream user and you have a question, throw some questions in the chat below if you're watching on YouTube, or just shoot me an email, sam@mypatientstream.com. So, any new offers they want to launch, if they don't have the follow-up messages, please request them to get loaded before launch. Oh yeah, that's right. So when, as far as a protocol for the users, when you get a new campaign, so let's say you pick one of the campaigns that we uploaded today or that we showed you today, as soon as you say, hey, we want to try that, make sure that you do request from Heather and we'll just support in general, the follow-up sequence. Okay. Cause as you know, every click campaign comes with a pre-built follow-up sequence. So when a lead is generated, Patient Stream starts following up with that person right away. Thanks for coming, you guys, and appreciate you. We'll see you on next week's training.